Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Excellency, our lecturer, Mr. Rifqi, and all of our beloved friends. My name is Ratna Irawati. I would like to give a journal review. The first journal is entitled Language Policy and Social Change, a critical examination of the implementation of an English-only language policy in a Danish company. This journal using methods of grounded theory, and the result is the introduction of English as a corporate language in a Danish consultancy company from a critical angle. Based on analysis of language policy documents and interviews with language policy makers in the company, the writers investigate the underlying assumption of the policy-making process and explore how the language policy functions as a means of exerting power beyond the domain of language. The article shows how the language policy is heavily influenced by the language ideology of English as the natural language in global business, as well as by neoliberal ideals of international expansion. Drawing on the notion of language commodification, the article investigates how the language policy reconfigures the social space of the organization. The analysis shows that while the language policy aims to change the company culture towards a more global mindset, it also affects social change by legitimizing certain types of employees while marginalizing others. And then the second journal entitled Rethinking Language Policy and Planning in the Greater Bay Area of China, Insights from Translanguaging Theory. The methods of this research is using bibliometric analysis and content analysis. This paper has a background from the special issues sets out to revisit major bilingual and multilingual education policy and planning issues in key cities across the dynamic Greater Bay Area or GBA of China, including Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau, as informed by the emerging insights from translanguaging theory. Specifically, contributions are invited from the GBA and beyond to trace the milestone developments of relevant language policy and planning, or LPP, initiatives featuring governmental policies on the language of instruction, and the daily use of multiple linguistic resources or repertories in foreign or second language classrooms and or in content-based classroom instruction. As such, major papers in the special issues not only set out to provide historical and analytical reviews of these related LPP issues across Hong Kong, Macau, and Guangdong province, but also reflect upon the language use and behaviors of the residents, showcasing their identity and attitudes and ideological stance toward the multiple languages that are being taught or used in daily life. Toward the end, the writers outline their research agendas for future endeavors in broader domains in the GBA and beyond through the translanguaging analytical tools. Overall, their position is that the GBA presents themselves as an evolving, complex, and super diverse zone of translanguaging spaces within which ELPP issues may need to be reconceptualized and implemented in such a way so as to fully reflect the dynamic and fluid multilingual, multicultural, and multisemiotic lived reality of the residents in this megapolis region. And the last journal is entitled Language in Education Policy of Kazakhstan, Post-Pandemic Technology Enhanced Language Learning. This research using mixed method, and this research held because in the current times of rapid technological progress, the development of quality education and encouragement of educated youth are extremely important. For this reason, a number of state projects and programs were developed in the education system of modern Kazakhstan. This paper is devoted to the problems of multilingual education and emergency remote learning in the country. The primary objectives were to examine the language competence and preference of undergraduates and to explore the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on remote language learning. Here, in the paper, the writers present the survey and interview results of non-linguistic specialty students regarding their language preferences in various spheres, as well as the difficulties encountered during distance learning. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.